Hey team, so what I want to talk about today is about the idea of creating state. And what I've seen, what I've observed, is that a lot of people just get straight to work, go straight to the office. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you work in employment for somebody, it makes no difference. What I've seen is that a lot of people get up, get ready, and then run to work, and they don't have like a process, a way of kind of calibrating themselves, calibrating their mind, getting into what I call a state, a good mindset, a good state of mind before they get to the office, before they do stuff, before they start their day. And I think state, your mind, how you operate your mind, is the most critical thing that you have to get right before you start your day. So what am I talking about here is that, your thoughts and how you perceive thought and how you carve out your thinking is the foundation stone for how you take action in the world. So if you don't have right thinking, then your ability to take right action is going to be limited. And you're always trying to catch up, especially if you get late to the office, you get late for something, then you're always in a catch-up mode and you're always behind. So what you want to try and do is get into a situation where you basically create state. And it's from that state, from that platform of a solid state, that you do then everything else, your actions. So the state is basically created through routines and rituals. And so what I recommend is that you put into place practices that help you build and develop states. And so the first practice that I believe is the most important is awareness, perspective, what I call contextual thinking. It's gaining an appreciation, being grateful for life itself. So, the first idea should be that you gain awareness that you're actually alive. I know, as crazy as it sounds, but we think we're going to be living forever. And so because we think we're going to live forever, we don't appreciate every moment that we have. And the idea really should be to recognize that we exist and not be in kind of a zombie mode, because we're alive, but really we're kind of dead, because we're not aware of all our surroundings, not aware or conscious of ourselves. We're not conscious of the fact that we've only got one ticket in life, and this is it. This is the reality of our situation. So we have to become much more conscious, much more aware of being alive, existing. We have to get more kind of present, more centered. So what you have to do is, the first way is developing gratitude. And gratitude is a methodology, a mechanism, a way of getting awareness of the fact that you actually do exist, and that you have been provided with so much, and life is basically an opportunity. So number one is gratitude, and I do gratitude through my prayers. Every morning around dawn time, or just before dawn, I'm waking up to say my prayers. And within my prayers, I am reflecting over the universe and seeking gratitude from the higher power for all that has been given to me, that I've received. And the most important thing that you've received, everyone, which is common amongst all of us, is the gift of life. So first of all, I'm grateful for the gift of life, and that I have a consciousness that allows me to be aware. So we have to develop practices. People do meditation. I don't do meditation. I do prayers. I believe prayers is a higher form of what you can call meditation, because it's really trying to get me to connect to source. And so I'm not just aware of the fact that I exist, but I'm also aware of the fact that a higher power has put me into being. And so I connect to that higher power through my awareness. And that for me is really, really important, because I do recognize and I believe there's purpose in life. It's not a meaningless meander where if I'm meditating, I'm getting centered, but it's not necessarily that I'm deeming any purpose in other than getting centered. So I'm trying to look one step ahead of that. The second thing in terms of routines and rituals is I actually have affirmations and goals, and so I focus on affirming myself in terms of who I am, and kind of my ideal. And I say, for example, I am fully responsible. I'm a father. I'm focused. So these kind of affirmations, in the past tense, I am, or as if you already are, is something that I utilize and I think is very effective in conditioning my mindset to accept and be worthy of what I believe my highest potential is, and not deny it. So that's the reason why I do the affirmations, is to inculcate and resonate in my mind the belief in who I am, and call it positive pep talk, whatever you want to do. But there is a system whereby through the affirmations your subconscious does accept that your ideal is a reality. Your ideal affirmations are a reality, and so it doesn't feel strange or kind of unfamiliar to believe that what you think are your goals are possible and who you are is a reality. And then I take a cold shower in the morning as well. So that has the effect of basically really centering me, because when you have cold showers in the morning, you're basically waking up groggy, and then you've got this cold thing on your head, basically, which if you don't wake up to and kind of get orientation from, then it will dislodge you. So what you do is, it's a practice that basically allows you to develop concentration and sharpen yourself in seconds, because if you don't, then the cold water is making you colder. But if you react against the water as it's coming on your head mentally, then you're creating an agitation in your mind, and that agitation is generating energy, and the energy is creating heat, and so you'll be able to deflect the cold from your mind through your thoughts, and that allows for you to develop concentration, and it wakes you up very quickly. So imagine if you went for a jog for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The cold shower has the same effect of the centering that you get by the end of the jog, because you pushed yourself, but in seconds. So then you are focused and primed. And then what I finish off with is an extra prayer at the end, and then I do my journaling. So these kind of practices, before I start my day, which means even before I have breakfast, before I do anything else, I will do these activities, because what they will do is they will give me centering, they will give me concentration, and they will allow me to basically react to the world. Shall I say a little bit better? They'll allow me to respond to the world, as opposed to react. So when you get to the office and you're in you're in a kind of catch-up mode, then something crazy can happen. Someone can say something crazy and you're going to react to it, and it's going to bring the whole situation down further. But leadership is about responding. So when things happen to you, you're able to have this kind of distance from the event through your own concentration to reflect and respond in an appropriate, conscious way, as opposed to a knee-jerk way and reacting to the situation, which may actually bring things to out of control more. Or you just want to be able to be deliberate with people, give them full attention, and you want to be able to direct and steer your day in a positive way. And if you haven't done those practices, then what's happening is you don't have that ability, and somebody who has a stronger practice than you is going to be able to deflect you and push you towards their agenda. And so life is about living, it's about creating, it's about going forward, and maximizing every moment and every second that you have. And this practice, the practice of grounding yourself, centering yourself, getting focused, being in a good state of mind, developing state, and like I said, it's from state that all thoughts emanate. So whatever your state is, if you're in a negative state, then you're going to have negative thoughts that are going to emanate from that fountainhead. So if you create great state, then only great thoughts and ideas and actions are going to be able to emanate from that fountainhead. So what we're trying to do is develop state, and so leave your ideas and feedback on how you do your day, how you practice your day, how you center yourself, how you get into a good state, so that we can all share and benefit from them as well. And so if you have any feedback, please do share the comments on the comments below section, and I will talk to you guys later.